Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I remember last time you come in, we discussed a few things, and as like last time, everything we discuss stays here between me and you, completely confidential. Nothing leaves the room. Feel free to express any type of feelings you may have towards anything. I want this to be an open space where you feel confident and, free to tell anything, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, how's the school year been going after we met last time?
It's been okay. I still don't have any friends, and sometimes they pick on me because my clothes smell funny.
Yeah. Speaking of that, how did the meeting go with the counselor at the school? I knew we, had talked about you getting you set up there to talk about, hygiene and things we could do, to help with that. How did that go?
It went good. She was asking me a lot of questions, but I didn't want to get my dad in any trouble.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go back and talk to her tomorrow.
Mhm. Okay. And how has your dad been? I know things have been hard with that. How's your dad been?
He's been okay. He's not like mean to us. It's just like a hard time right now,
Mhm.
and I don't want him to feel like the school is like down his back.
Do you know what your dad does for a living?
Mm-mm.
You don't. Um, do you think you have a good relationship with your dad?
I think it's okay.
Mhm. And how about your siblings? Do you think that they're, the relationship between you are good?
Yeah, I think they love me and I love my siblings. We always play together and we have fun at home.
Well, that's good. That's good. Let's get back to talking about hygiene. What does hygiene mean to you?
It's being clean and not being stinky
Mhm.
and just like looking good.
Right, right. Um, do you feel, I know what you talked about in your last session that you felt alone. Do you still feel that way, or has, talking to someone helped in
The
any?
counselors help, but I still don't have like any friends at
Okay,
school. So
okay. Do you think that maybe being like it's due to you not being like very social, or are you just not involved in anything?
the kids pick on me because they say I smell
Uh
funny
huh.
and my clothes don't look as good as theirs. So like I'll try, but they don't talk to me.
Right, right. Um, would you be open to wanting to play any sports, or open to wanting to get in any activities or groups?
Yes, I want to play baseball.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Um, Now back to counseling. We talked about you talking with your high school or school counselor, and how would you be? Would you maybe be interested in some type of group counseling with kids your age to maybe talk about same things y'all have going on or differences?
I think that would be like a good way to make friends.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. So, I know a lot has happened in a short amount of time. I heard, things have been going on with your home life. How has everything been going with the new baby?
And it's a little crazy having like a little bitty baby in the house. My
Mhm.
sister and brother take care of him, and sometimes they get like frustrated,
Mhm.
but they're doing a good job.
Well, good. Well, good. Um, and another thing we talked about last time you were here was the housekeeping. I know you had all been struggling keeping your house clean. They wanted you to help out more. How do you feel about how that's going or how that's went?
I don't like enjoy cleaning up the house, but if I clean up the house, then they say I'll get something. So I
Okay.
clean it up, and then I get something. Like it's like a little cycle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's some things that you might like to get if you did that?
Sometimes they'll give me candy,
Mhm.
or we'll like get to go outside and play, or they'll like cook my favorite dinner. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. How has your grades been? I heard that you're doing really good in school, so that's awesome.
I have all A's.
That's so good. That's good. Being able to play sport with good grades, that's going to be important. So we got to watch that. Do you think that going back to the counselor, talking about hygiene again, is something that you want to do, or do you feel like you understand hygiene better now, and you're going to be able to do that on your own?
I think I can do both. Like I like talking to
You
the
like talking to
counselor.
her? Okay,
She's
that's good.
nice.
Okay, that's good. Do you have any teachers that you feel comfortable talking with?
I don't really say much in class. I just like do my work, and they're like, "Oh, good job, you're so smart." But we don't talk like that.
Okay. Um, do you feel like things that have happened at home have led to your lack of hygiene, or your lack of like care in your appearance?
Maybe like my mom left when I was a baby,
Mhm.
and then I had a stepmom, and then she left too, and then my dad is always at work, and my siblings are at school, so I had to like figure it out on my own.
Okay.
So I do the best that I can.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. And I feel like you're taking good proactive steps to getting better by wanting to go to counseling, wanting to do little things to get better. And I think that that's all you can do, and then work towards it. So I think you're doing a great job. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about today? Anything that's been bothering you, or you want to get off your chest? Anything?
Can we talk more about like what we'll be doing at the group therapy?
Yes, yes. Okay, so the group therapy, you can either, there's different size groups. You can go to small group, bigger group. Um, I would recommend you going to maybe one with kids your age, just so you can maybe get a feel of what they're going through at that age. Um, it's a very confidential, environment, kind of like what we're in. Just a group, you get to each, voice your opinion, say what you're going through, to a bare minimum of what you want to give. I think that it would be something very beneficial for you to go and do, to be able to hear other kids and how they're going through the same thing, so you don't feel alone. I feel like the hygiene problem, it's not nothing abnormal. I feel like a lot of people deal with that, and I think that going to the counseling, you'd be able to be able to get a better understanding of how to fix it, and make some friends. I feel like being able to go hang out with those kids would be able to give you an opportunity to make some friends. So, it's only once a week, so you only have to go once a week, or as much as you want to go. We can start off once a week and see how that goes, and I think it would be very beneficial to you. So,
I think it'll be fun because I want to make some friends because the kids at school just don't talk to me.
yeah, exactly. Well, everybody has to find, their group, exactly, right? And I think that this would be, a good way for you to maybe find some kids that you might get along with.
Okay.
So, does that sound good? Okay, so we were talking about baseball, and, I love baseball. Baseball's such a cool sport, and, I think that it's something you would really enjoy. I think that, hanging around, guys your age, being able to get out there, make some new friends. Is there a certain reason why you picked baseball?
I like it, and my dad watches it like on the TV at night. But I can't play until I'm a 7th grader, so I have to keep my grades up for 2 more years.
Yeah, and so I feel like though, that's a good way to keep your grades up though, to want to push towards that goal to be able to play baseball. I think that's awesome. Um, do you have any friends around your neighborhood maybe that you talk to?
We don't have any neighbors.
You don't?
We live out in the country.
In the country. Okay, that's cool. So about living out there around anybody, do you have any like distant family, like aunts, uncles, grandparents that you talk to?
Sometimes my aunts and uncles come by, but they only talk to my dad. And my grandparents live like way out in Ohio, but they call us like once every week or every 2 weeks, something like that.
Okay. Do you feel like you're missing something because they're not involved as much, or do you feel like it's just you, your siblings, and your father, and that's enough?
It. Like we're not missing anything. Like the people that chose to leave left, and those that didn't leave didn't leave. Like we have everything we need in
Exactly.
our house.
Well, that's a very mature thing to say, and I agree with that. So back to school, do you have a favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
Science.
And right now we're talking about earthquakes and like volcanoes, and it's really cool.
That's really good. That's good that you have something you're passionate about and you enjoy doing it. Do you help out with the baby any? Do you feel like
They tell me that like I'm too young, so sometimes I like play with him, but I don't get to like feed him or change his diaper or anything. So like I just hold him while they do stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, that I feel like that's something that the responsibility that you had to take on at a very young age. Having to be able to fend for yourself, take care of yourself. That's a really difficult thing to do. Especially at 9 years old. You're not fully developed. You're still a kid.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have handled it very well. Your answers have been very mature. You have a really good sense of what you want, and I feel like that's something that's really important. Is there anything else that anything that you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and I'll get everything set up, and we'll be in touch, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.